Alright, good afternoon everyone from John's Tomato Project. Today's little short video clip is about maintenance, pruning, and your first major haircut of the season. Now what I did is I went through half of my tomato patch last night and this morning, and what I did is basically from the bottom all the way, basically a quarter of the way up the plant, I got rid of all of the old leaves and foliage. And you really want to do this at the beginning of May. Get rid of all of those yellow leaves, all of the brown leaves. All of that stuff is done. It served its purpose. And also this promotes a lot of air movement around your plants to prevent blight, prevent fungus, prevent any other kinds of bacteria or mold to start growing on the actual stalk of the vine. And it also allows now a lot of the sunlight to actually hit all the tomatoes and start getting them ripen, instead of having all of those leaves and everything done. So what I did is I just did the main slicing tomatoes last night and this morning, which is about maybe 50-60 plants. I got to do the cherry tomatoes and the Roma style tomatoes starting tonight, but after I get done shooting the video I have to start my afternoon watering. Now as you can see, once you get rid of all of those old leaves and everything, you're going to find tons of tomatoes. And what those leaves did is actually help the tomatoes get to where they are now. But now what you want to do is really concentrate that sunlight to start ripening your fruit, because we only have about a couple months left here in north central Florida before I'll pull all of these before the high heat and humidity hits the end of June, starting the first week of July. So as you can see, very healthy bright green trunks. I get rid of all of the junk leaves, the brown leaves, the yellow leaves. So as you can see, everything is just super healthy. I'm probably going to boost my fertilizer up now, probably to 3 times a week, since I'm watering twice a day. But as you can see, just beautiful, healthy tomatoes that the sun needs to hit now to start getting them ripened. And a lot of you are asking me what my soil mixture is in messages. What I did is, when I worked at a nursery down in Jonesville, is I had 10 yards of Command potting soil delivered, which is made right here in the state of Florida, so you're supporting local business. And I also mixed it with the STA soil from Lowe's in the yellow bags. And in the bottom quarter of each of these tubs, before I even started my tomato project, when I planted everything on the property, I put all of the sandy loam in the bottom of each one for good drainage. So as you can see, these plants are probably over 6 feet tall. And just healthy plants, not a single blemish on them. I'm spraying my BT treatment now 2 to 3 times a week. That's a caterpillar killer. What that does is it tricks the caterpillar's digestive system to think that it's full, but it's really not, so they starve and die. And that's a really good thing to spray on your tomatoes to get rid of the army worms. Now look at the size of this one right here. This is great white. Come over here. This is my old German tomato plant, and it's probably pushing 7 foot tall. And all of these are just loaded with fruit right now. Just really super healthy fruit. You really got to give them your first haircut right now. Like I said, about a quarter to sometimes a halfway up the plant you have to get rid of all of those junk leaves. You really start getting that sunlight to these tomatoes so they can start ripening them. Another thing I do now too, since the flowers are really starting to come on, is I'm spraying my Blossom End Rot basically twice a week now. Now this is the back side of the main tomato patch. I got tall sunflowers that block a lot of the afternoon sunlight to them. Probably throughout the whole tomato patch right now, I probably have about maybe 1,500 to 2,000 tomatoes on the vine totally. And that's no exaggeration. Just endless tomatoes, beautiful, nice, healthy. Now, all of my tomatoes are basically heirloom and rare varieties, so if you're seeing some stuff on the bottoms of the tomatoes, that's called cat facing, and it's really common in heirloom tomatoes. The tomatoes fine, that's just how they grow. So that's basically just a short little video clip of some maintenance on your tomato patch. As we're starting to get into May, humidity levels are starting to creep up here. So once that starts to happen, I'm going to probably start spraying my copper sulfate. But as of right now, I see no signs of fungus on them at all. And what's really going to cut down on your fungus too is this first haircut. Like I said, get rid of all of those leaves that are brown, yellowing, have any blemishes on them, any coloring, just get rid of them. They're done, they serve their purpose. And now you want your plants to really start concentrating on ripening that fruit, especially heading into the month of May, because you guys have been down here in Florida all your life. This is only my third tomato patch. You guys know sometime in May that humidity could really creep up there. We could get a long stretch in the high 90s again like we just had. So you really want to give these plants a nice thorough haircut, thin them out a little bit, get that inner core breathing. Especially now too, and what I noticed the last couple nights, since it's been a little overcast, we really haven't had that heavy dew like you do like on a clear night. So if you don't have a heavy dew, you're going to have to water probably an extra gallon each plant. And these are getting between 5 and 7 gallons each a day right now of a nice well water we have here in High Springs. Now I'm going to show you a really cool tomato that's a really good example of cat facing. And this is a huge pink brandywine going to be. So any questions, message me like you've been doing. I'm going to post this on my YouTube channel and also in the 2 Florida Garden groups. Enjoy your afternoon. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.